Okay, students, diploma project students, this is Jake Reed, the person who's proofreading your diploma projects, and I've started already, and I found some common errors that I've been meeting several times, and I thought I'd just make a video for you to check those errors yourself, because it seems silly for me to change the same thing 100 times when you can do it yourself. So, let's go. Let's see what our common errors are. The first very common error is an incomplete sentence. I have a couple of examples here. An incomplete sentence usually lacks a verb, although sometimes it lacks other things, but most of the time what I see are sentences lacking simple verbs like is or are. Let's take a look at the first sentence. Solution to the problem, possibly through the introduction of new and more efficient software. Well, we're missing a verb here. There is no verb. So we need, first of all, we'll add the solution to the problem, and let's add a verb. Is, possibly through the introduction of new and more efficient software. Now we have a real sentence because we have a verb. Let's look at the second one. In general, automation tasks beneficial for the company because of the obvious convenience and profitability of future work. Once again, it's an incomplete sentence because there is no verb. Take a look. Where should we put the verb? Right here. Are. So notice simple verbs. Is, are. Those are the kind of verbs that you can't forget. This is a very simple English concept that you need to remember. Two more examples of incomplete sentences. Now, I noticed that it seems like it's a Russian style to put a dash here. When you have a dash, think this is not Russian, this is English. So instead of a dash, you need a verb. The purpose of any information system is. And there we go. Now it's English. Structuring, and now we have a dash and is, just to make sure we cover all our bases, I guess. So I want you to remove this dash there, because this sentence already has is, and it's just fine without that dash. And now we have two good sentences that are complete. Okay, and let's go on to our next one here. Subject, verb, and object order. Now generally in English it goes subject, then verb, then object. Not all the time, but most of the time. Let's look at this first sentence. Went the man to the store. Well, the man is the subject, and went is the verb. So we need to move went over here after man. Oops, sent. Let's change it to went. All right. The man went to the store. That was just my own example, which obviously was a very simple example. But here are some real examples. The next one here, were select, a base set of functionality on which was created language. We have a couple of problems here. We start with a verb. Where's the subject? Well, this is the subject here, so we need to move that to the beginning. Right there. A base set of functionality, and a base set seems like singular, so let's make it was selected. There's our verb, on which was created language. Now, what was created? Well, language was created, right? So language should go before the verb. Subject, verb, on which language was created. Notice, subject, language, verb, was created. Now, we have, whoops, I just lost it there. There we go. And this last one, let's take a look at it. And then the waiter, that paper order bears the kitchen and sticks to the nails, which is we can see in picture 3. Now this one has a few problems. First of all, and then, let's just make it then. Do you need me to pause this? Okay. Then the waiter, that paper order bears. So that paper order is the object. Now the object should normally go after the verb. So let's move bears up here. Now, this is kind of a funny translation. It would probably be better to say carries that paper order to the kitchen and sticks to the nails. Well, what does he stick? He sticks it, right? He sticks the order to the nails, which is, let's just say which we can see in picture 3. So you'll notice now we have subject, waiter, verb, carries, object, that paper order. Alright, subject, verb, object, order. This seems simple, but I've run into this mistake 100 times already. So let's go on. Adjective, noun, order. In general, in English, the adjective comes before the noun. Let's take a look at this sentence. Therefore, automation restaurant is important. Now, automation here is the noun, and restaurant is actually functioning as a verb. So let's move it over here. Therefore, restaurant automation. And now we have a correct adjective, restaurant, and noun, automation. Therefore, restaurant automation is important to increase the rating of the restaurant at a high level. This is not adjective-noun issue, but we need to fix this little part here. So let's do it real fast. To raise, instead of increase, the rating of the restaurant to a higher level. Okay. Oops, sorry. And this sentence here. And of course, to increase convenience for clients and by employees and administrators' restaurant. Now, administrators' restaurant, administrators are the noun, and we can say administrators of the restaurant, but we can't just say administrators' restaurant. Or we could be more simple, and we could once again make restaurant an adjective and just make it move restaurant to right here. And restaurant administrators. Once again, adjective first, then the noun. And let's just fix the rest of this sentence while we're sitting here. Let's remove and from the beginning of the sentence. You can say, of course, to increase convenience for clients and for employees and restaurant administrators. I need to pause it here for a minute.